What's up, everybody? Leisure Gaming coming back to you with some more Fishing Planet. We're fishing in the Congo, and we're doing something a little different today. We took the boat to our same location, but we're fishing from the shore this time. So we're going to be using our pole holder to hold two of the rods, and we'll be holding on to the one we're fishing a bobber with. See if we can catch some of the smaller species that are on that exploration mission. So if you're new to the streams, please smash the thumbs up button on Facebook. Do some shares and follow on Twitch and Facebook. You can catch us on YouTube as well and TikTok. So look out for us everywhere. We are all over the place, but we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. We should already be ready to go. So we just got to put the poles out here. Let's get this one out there, and then we'll put that one down, and we got the big boy pole. Got the big one. See what we do. Let's see what kind of luck we can get. We're searching for river monsters, and hopefully we get lucky and we can find some.
You're awesome!
Ayla, my baby, coming in with a like. Thank you. I appreciate it. Always showing the support. Alright. Throw this one out there. And we're going to see what happens. We'll listen out for the bell on one of them. And then we will watch the two bobbers here. See what happens. We got bloodworms on it this time. I picked up some bloodworms before I came out. So maybe the bloodworms will do a little better. I don't know. Whoa, we got one on the bottom pole. Set that down real quick. Hey! Come on up here. We got the boat docked off right there. And this guy's going to try running me out now. It's going to be a little more challenging here, because I don't have the boat to follow him around. Just got to get him to turn around so I can gain some ground on him. And hopefully the other ones don't take off in the middle of me fighting this one. That would not be good. And this one's a little strong here. He's a fighter, that's for sure. And we're going to try to get him now. Come on up here. We're gaining on him slowly, but we're getting there. Got to wear him out a little bit. Hoping that another pole doesn't take off in the middle of me fighting this one. That would suck. But I can handle double action. I don't know about triple, though. We'd really be in for it then. I don't know how the triple action will work out, but we're sure gonna try. He's down there. I can see him. He's running me, though. Putting up a fight. Come on up here, big fella. Come on. Heave. Come on up here before something else decides to take off. Nothing take off yet. That's good. Might just be able to land this one before something does decide to take off. Come here. Come here. Boom! A Goliath tigerfish right off the rip. That's what I'm talking about. Look at the teeth on that thing. Awesome first catch. Awesome first catch. Love it. Oh, that's level 38. And we have unlocked Alaska. Right on. I'm going to put this one right back out there in the same general vicinity. set it back down. Pick this one up. Haven't seen no bites on either bobber yet, but I guess we'll see. We're gonna shoot and hope for the best. Shoot and hope for the best. Oh, we got the bottom rod taken off again. Yeah. We're on fire on the bottom rod. On fire. Maybe we got another Goliath. I don't know. That'd be nice. Get him to keep changing directions. We'll wear him out. Which way you going, buddy? Now he is running. Oh, Lord. Stop! No! Oh! Oh! He broke it. Dang. Well, that's not good. He broke my leader. Okay. I don't have any of the stuff with me to fix that rod up. That's not good. So we're gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to go and get the stuff. I didn't bring it with me. We need some. That is 26-pound leader. 32-pound leader. What pound leaders do we have? Ah, they're fluorocarbon. So we gotta make sure we take that with us. And what else? Put a 7-ounce sinker on there. No, we got a sinker. Still got the sinker, so. Still got a bell on there. Need a number 10 hook, probably. Make sure we got everything we need here. Hook, leader, all that stuff. What am I missing? Oh, bait. Okay. So unprepared. That's so true. I was completely unprepared for that. I was not expecting a fight like that. So we might just stick to staying on the boat so that we can move with the fish. Well, live and learn, I guess. Woo! We are scooting right now. Head back on over to our spot. We're gonna anchor down. I don't know how this is gonna go, but well, it's not gonna really work like that, so hold on a second. Drop the anchor. Look at the time of day, which I kind of figured it was not a good time. We'll fast forward to 8 o'clock. Alright, and then we'll put one out here somewhere. Alright, let's see what happens. We are back in business. We were unprepared last time, but we are prepared now. Hopefully, I don't get another one that does that. Oh!
You're awesome!
Dude, it's Sully coming in, smashing on the light. Whoa, what happened? Oh, wow. It broke as soon as I picked it up. Wow. What in the world just happened? Even the game's like, what happened? It's still loading. I don't even know what happened just then. It's not letting me do nothing.
There we go.
Dude, it's Sully smashing on the shares. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. What happened? Now it's not letting me do nothing. It's just like, just not letting me do anything now. Huh. It's not letting me do anything. Well, this is dumb. I'm like stuck like this. I don't even know what's happening. Oh, and my bobber's taken off. Go figure. Can you please let me out of this screen? Oh my god. Well, that's a good thing, because first time I ever got a bite on that pole. Now I can't even get to it. This is stupid. Oh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on right now. We're gonna have to close out the game and try it again. Just a second to boot this thing back up now. It just completely kicked me out, so that probably costed me again. I have no idea what just happened. Where's my leader? Ugh. This is terrible. This game is killing me. Now it's all glitched out and not giving me the stuff that I need, and I don't know. Acting all stupid now. Right there. Yeah. Oh, no, that's the wrong pole. Go to 4-aught hook on that. And we'll put some bloodworms on there. And then this one, it's going to have large minnows. And it's going to have a 10-aught hook on it. And 83.3 pound that. Oh my word. I can't keep doing this. This is insane. All right. It's got me all messed up. I'm frazzled. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start here so we can launch the boat. Okay, this one, first thing we're gonna do is turn the drag down. Because it broke my line last time, so we're not doing that again. Now let's get back to where we were. And you can see there's quite a few people fishing over here. We'll have to get back over here and get set up again. Drop the anchor down. Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe we can make something happen this time, if we're lucky. And then we got this rod that was taken off last time. They ended up taking my bait, obviously. This is the rod that we're trying to catch the smaller fish on. So, hopefully, we can catch some of our exploration fish on there. That's the goal, anyway. No promises. We just catch whatever bites. Alright, now we wait. See what we get. I think we're all set up now. I think. I hope. Now we're waiting for a bite. Shouldn't take too long to get a bite. We're coming up to the really high prime time, so hopefully we'll get something here soon. Either the bobber, one of the bobbers, or the bottom pole. I know when we was on shore, the bottom pole was going nuts. Which, I mean, I could fish from the shore, put them on the rod holders. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Fish from the boat or fish from shore with the rod holder out? Put the little two rod holder out and fish that way. What do you think? Either way is fine with me, but I'm good with either one. Fishing is fishing. I'm actually really surprised that nothing has hit that bobber. Usually that's like a hot ticket. I know when it turns dark, we're probably going to start catching a lot of catfish though. We usually do. Usually a ton of catfish comes out then. I'm really surprised nothing has hit that bottom pole yet though. Speak of the devil. Fish on. Fish on. It looks like another tiger fish too. Might be a Goliath. Let's find out. Hopefully it's a Goliath. Come here. He doesn't want to come up now. What's up, Logan? Or Bryce, whichever one it is. It's Bryce. My foot is in a lot of pain. Oh, I bet. Messed it up pretty decent. Come here. What do you think? Fish from the boat or fish from shore? What do y'all think? Come here. Gotcha. It's a Goliath. It's definitely a Goliath. There he is. Boom. Goliath tiger fish. 43 pounds. That's a beauty. That's a $9,247 fish. Moving right along. Put it out there a little bit. A little bit deeper waters out there. Hand me this one back. I'll set that one in the pole holder. We'll turn around and watch our bobbers. That was a Goliath tigerfish. Maddie says the boat. Alright, we'll fish from the boat. We will stay on the boat. I've never heard of a Goliath in freshwater. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a Goliath tigerfish. So, and it's the Congo. It's Africa. So, you know, lots of different possibilities. You know, different kind of waters here. There are some massive fish in here, so. And we're definitely going to see what we can do about getting some of them. That is for sure. Rat. We are awaiting another bite. Fish on the bottom pole. Yeah, I got you. Come on up here. Oh, he's running. He's trying to run me out. Don't do that to me. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
You're awesome.
Jordan Thomas coming in, smashing on the like. What's up, Jordan? I appreciate it, buddy. Come here. He's trying to run me out, but I got to wear him down before he gets on my line. And this is all the heavy gear. Talking about a 83-pound leader with 83-pound or something like that test line. Extra heavy rod set up. Oh, he's trying to run me out. Nope, that ain't happening. Come back here. Alright, we're getting some ground back here. Thank the Lord. Woo! Okay, bobber's still there. Uh-oh. Think something might have my other bobber. Nope, it's all good. Okay, we're good. Thought I seen the line moving. Come here. He's fishing for some river monsters. Come here. Come up here. Stop running me out. This has got to be a good one. Oh God, he's still going. The last one that did that broke my line. I'm not too far from the waterfall in this game neither. There's a waterfall right down the river. Come on. Come here. He's got to be getting tired. Got to be. Because I know my guy's getting tired. Holy cow. Oh, we're gaining. We're gaining. We definitely gained some ground. Jordan Thomas got excited because you mentioned him in the stream. Hey, I try to recognize everybody that comes in the stream. I want to make them all feel special. I appreciate everybody who shows up. So likes and shares and follows and all that stuff's always good. And I appreciate everybody's support. So I try to make sure I mention everybody. Come on, we almost got him. It's another tigerfish, it looks like. Yeah. Got to be another Goliath. Let's see how big this one is. He gave up a good fight. Come on up here. Ha! I got him. Boom! 69.84 pounds. Trophy Goliath grew through. That's a $22,000 fish. Look at this. Look at that. That thing is a beast. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm here to catch. Trying to catch them river monsters. I love it. Ain't nothing better. Ain't nothing better, baby. 69 pounds. Holy. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I don't see any ripples in the water yet. You find the ripples in the water, it's a really good place to throw your bobber. I don't see any though, so what we can try to do though is we can try to reel this one up a little bit here, and then we'll let some line back out like this here. I always like to slack my line up, that way I get a bite behind me, I can turn around and swap poles and it not really drag my bobber when I do that. So we're looking good right now. We got 113 pounds in the keep net, so we are smoking. Hopefully we'll get a bite on the bobber with the bloodworms on it. Maybe. I'm trying to catch some of the smaller species fish that we need for that exploration mission. Hopefully. Or we might just go somewhere to target those fish here in a little bit after we get done with our river monster adventure. We want to get some of these here river monsters out here. We just got one though. That was a trophy Goliath tigerfish. So he was just shy of 70 pounds. My biggest one out here so far is 405 pounds. It was a massive fish. Like when my guy held the fish up, you couldn't see my dude's face. Like all you could see was his hands holding the fish. It was so big. So hey, we're in there. We are living it. We are out here for some monsters. What I could do though while we're waiting on a bite is we could set this one down, pick this one up, and we can recast this one. See if we put it out here somewhere, if we might be able to get some luck on it. And we'll set that one down. We'll pick this one. Oh, we'll pick this one back up. All right. Put some slack in the line. All right, so now we're keeping an eye on two bobbers here. You can barely see both of them right now on each corner of the screen here. So now we're watching both. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we get one of these to take off. That bobber's moving around a lot. That might be something going on right there. There might be a fish near that bobber. That bobber on the left side over there. I'm watching him swim around. Oh, it's turning dark. This is when the catfish are going to come out. We're going to have to start fighting with the catfish now. We were trying to target, I mean, we really want any river monsters really, but we're trying to target those tigerfish. Those are some really good money makers. Those Goliath tigerfish are outstanding. Do both poles have bobbers? The one in this pole holder is a bobber, and the one in my hand is a bobber. The one on the other side over here is on the bottom. So you'll hear the bell if it gets a bite. We're watching these two bobbers. One's in my hand. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. I knew something was going to hit it. Fish on. We got him. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's running out. He's running out. He's dragging. Come here. Gotta keep snatching on him to get him to wear out. Come on. I pray to God one of these other ones don't take off while I'm doing this. I do not feel like trying to fight 2 fish. Look at him. He's still going. I can't stop him. No. No. Turn around. Oh. Whew. I thought he was going to spool me. He just kept on trucking. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dang. Now I'm going to lose that one. I'm going to lose it if I don't get this one in fast enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. This guy's fighting. That bite's going to time out. Come here. Oh, I might get lucky here. Come on. Come on. Oh, I got it. Unique African tigerfish. 17,000. Oh. Oh. Come on. Oh, and I missed him. No. Right. Oh, the pop-ups got me. You've got to be kidding me. That sucks. Man. That's horrible. That is horrible. I don't know what kind of fish that was, but I missed it. Dang it. Yeah, that does suck. Oh, bobber's gone. Oh, right, we're in there. It's prime time. Come here. Yeah. Come on. That was a unique African tigerfish, that last one was. So that was another high-priced fish. This one's not fighting too hard, so. Boom, another African tigerfish. That's what I'm talking about. Well worth every minnow that gets eaten. Oh. We don't seem to be catching much on this one here. I knew that one took off because I seen the line moving. That line going across my screen right there, it started moving back and forth. I was like, yep, it's gone. Oh, that sucks. But either way, we caught something. We couldn't get both poles. The only advantage to fishing on shore is when you're using the pole holder on shore, you can put one pole down, pick the other pole up, fish that fish for a second, put that pole down, pick the other pole up. You can switch back and forth so you can actually catch 2 fish at once if you're good enough. Oh, the bobber's gone. Hey! Gotcha. We're on a roll. We are on a roll right now. Another African tigerfish. Yeah, I might as well just leave that one there and carry this one. There goes. Going. I got him. We're in there. Fish on. Woo, we are hot tonight. We are catching them tonight. Yeah. Come here. Not too much of a fighter, so it's probably an African tigerfish. Yep. Another African tigerfish, 27.9 pounds. We are racking up on some tigerfish right now. We're just moving right along here. See what other kind of luck we can get. Make sure I can see that other bobber over there. We have been nailing some tigerfish on this bobber with a large minnow. One after the other. We're up to 240.5 pounds in the keep net. I'm actually really surprised nothing has hit the bottom pole. I might want to recast that since the last time it got hit. So let's go ahead and recast this one real quick. Now we got that one out there. Make sure I can see my bobber. As long as I can see both bobbers, we are in there. We are good. Just got a fresh cast on the bottom pole. Look at the big fish on the fish finder down there. Huge fish. Huge fish. One of those huge fish can come across these lines. Find us some food. I'm ready. Let's do it. If you go to the waterfall and go on the left side, you'll get some good sized ones. I caught a 363 pound line there last night. What kind of fish was it? Right now I think we're set up for tigerfish. So what kind of fish were you catching? Or what kind of fish was it, should I say? I see a lot of people kind of fishing toward the left of the waterfall down there. And welcome to the stream, by the way. I appreciate you stopping in, man. If you could hit that follow button for me on Twitch. I'd really appreciate it. Join the leisure family. We try to stream as much as we can. Nile, not line. Oh, a Nile perch. I don't think I have the stuff actually to really target perch. I'm still trying to get to the level where I can buy the lures and stuff. Ooh, you can see that bobber getting messed with out there. I'm waiting for it to shoot under. I have caught Nile perch on this setup. There he is. I got him. I was waiting for him to do that. I don't even know what this is. Hey, I appreciate you hitting that follow, buddy. Thank you. What is this? I'm just dragging it in. Like, I don't even know what this is. It's not even fighting. Catfish, looks like. Yep, it's catfish. Boom! Trophy Camba catfish. Yeah, that's 130 pounds right there. $11,000 fish. I'm good with that. Look at that. That's a nice one. That is money in the bank right there. Another trophy. Woohoo! I got the X Series Slim Float. Right on. That's what I'm talking about. Did you buy the Congo pack? Yes, I did. My wonderful girlfriend bought it for me, actually, because I enjoyed this game so much, and the Congo pack looked really cool. So she bought it for me. So I'm very happy, and I've been using it ever since I got it. I love it. I love it. Oh, we got a fish nearby. I don't know which bobber it's by, but I heard the ding. I think it's the one I got in my hand. Yep. Oh, wow. He took off with that one. He snatched every bit of that one. He was not playing around. He was hungry. Come on up here. I just got to find a spot to target some of these exploration fish, like the smaller ones, like the labios and the bulldog fish, the banded tilapia, all those. I got to find a spot for those so I can knock out that exploration mission. Come on up here, big guy. Oh. You have the stuff to go fishing for the Nile perch. I mean, probably. Oh, what? What just happened? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What just happened? You've got to be kidding me. The leader broke? Are you serious? Oh my god, that's so dumb. That is so dumb. Wow. That was stupid. Man. I'm glad you love it, babe. Yep, I do. I do. It's awesome. It came with the pack. What do you use for Nile perch? Because I'd love to go catch some. I see a lot of people fishing lures. That's why I said a lure setup. I see a lot of people fishing with like spoons and stuff. But I'm game for anything. Like, I've just been fishing like this because this is pretty much what I got. So I don't even know what happened on that last one. Like, that was dumb. I don't know how it snapped the leader because I didn't even get a warning, and I don't even have my drag turned up all the way. Oh, I do have it up all the way on this one. Hold on. Turn that down a notch. We'll find out on this next hookup. The same setup you have, but take the bobber off and put an 8-ounce sinker. I bottom fish. Oh, well, I have a bottom rod. I have a bottom rod set up. Yeah, I have that. It's over on in my pole holder to the left. It is right there. It has a weight and large minnow on it. So you bottom fish for them. Well, that's interesting. I have caught some Nile perch right here on these setups, so it's definitely possible. Nile perch I do see are much more common down toward the waterfall. I do know that. There's usually a lot of people fishing over there, so I'm very confident that there's some perch over there. You can use that rod you're holding and there. It's nuts there. Lots of biting, I'm assuming. Well, the rod I'm holding is built to float fish. This one is for float fishing, I think. Unless you can set a bottom rig up on it, I don't know. Quick and easy money. Are you talking about the Nile perch? I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the money. That's for sure. I am game, buddy. Oh, we got a ding, so something's near one of these bobbers. I'm going to assume that it is the one that's in my hand. I'm assuming. I mean, I could try fishing down there. What do you guys think? Should we go try to target some Nile perch? What does everyone else think? We could go target some perch if that's what you guys want to do. Not really getting as much as I thought. Like, it was like super slamming a little while ago. It's done slowed down a little bit. Oh, there's something by the bobber. I can see it moving. I see the ripples. There's something there. Something has disturbed my minnow. Well, is it going to hit it or is it just going to mess around with it? Right now, it looks like it's ready to go under. Well, come on with it. I'm ready. I'm waiting on you, bub. If my PC was up and going, I'd get the game and pack on it and fish with you, but need RAM. Where's the peak at on time? I should be right in the peak right now. I can't pull it up because I have a... Whoa, I got it. Because I have a pole out in my hand, so it won't let me pull it up. Come on. This one looks like another catfish. Just by the way it's fighting. Now we can definitely try, we could try moving down there, see what happens. Come here. It's gonna start running me out now. Pretty sure this one's a catfish here. The way he's moving slow and just heavily dragging line out when he goes. Like now. Catfish trying to stick to the bottom here is what it looks like. Can you catch any other fish down there by the shoreline, like the smaller ones, like the labios and the tilapias and anything like that? Can you catch those down there? Do you know of? That you know of? All right, you. He is fighting right now. Come here. All right, we're gaining ground here. We're gaining ground. I got a tiger over there. I wasn't really going after others. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure I could catch something over there. We could always try it. I'm up for trying it. What do you guys think? Move spots? Should we move spots? Try something else? We could. I don't have any problems with it. Pretty sure there's other people there. Usually there are, so. Come here. Yeah, I usually fish, I kind of go like in between. Sometimes I'll fish with the anchor down. Sometimes I'll fish with it up. I put it down this time just to see what was up. Try it out. And, yeah, it does make it easier though because the boat moves with the fish, so I agree with that. Well, come on with it. He's fighting, so it's definitely a catfish, though, I believe, because it has not surfaced. Dwelling at the bottom down there, so I got a good feeling it's a catfish, if anything. Come on. We're almost there. He's just pulling straight down. Come on up here. Whatever it is different. It's a decent size. I know that. Now we got it. Woo! It's a unique Vundu catfish. 114.67 pounds. Nice catfish. Nice catfish. I like it. So what we could do is we'll pull up and we'll go down there and see if we catch anything. We'll see what we can do. I heard a ding, so there might be something by this one. Maybe not. All right. Anchor up. We'll go try it out, see what we get. Right now, that's the time. The peak time's actually going down, so we'll have to skip ahead and try that. There's a whole lot of people fishing down here. I'm assuming that you're talking about in this area. There's obviously a boat right there that I cannot see. Okay, it's not letting me go that way. So I'm assuming maybe you can't go any farther than this. Yeah, we'll try it out. See what happens. I don't see any fish on the fish finder, but we're gonna try it. Time. Yep, you're right. I forgot to do that. Dang it. Hold on a second. Gotta turn our peak time up here. Let's turn our peak time up. Oh, that was kind of short, but whatever. Oh, that was way too far. I did not want to go out that far. Oh, the bobber's gone. Yeah. Hey, fish on. Let's see what we got. It's on the top, so it looks like could be a perch. If I had to guess, I would say a perch. Don't drag me around here. See, quick in that spot. Yeah, that was a quick bite. Super quick bite. All right. Fish at home, baby. All right. If you guys are watching on Twitch, chime in the chat. Say what's up. Hit that follow button for me. I'd appreciate it. Come here. This one is fighting. It's definitely a perch, it seems like. It looks to be a perch. Come here. Oh, he done drug me back out again. back out to 100 feet. Come on. Gain some ground. Gain some ground. We'll get there. All right, there he is. Yeah, it's definitely a perch. Definitely a perch. Appreciate you putting me on the spot, man. I'm going to have to put a marker here. Oh. Oh, he's right there. He doesn't want to give up. Oh. Come here. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on, really? Come on, man. Oh, I got him. Boom. There's a Nile perch, 155.66 pounds. That's what I'm talking about. She's a beauty. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. It's a beauty, boy. Nice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick this rod up so that we can spin the boat around here. Put the boat back out here like this, and then put it back down. Hold on a second. I need to get a little bit more line on that just in case they drag me out a little bit. Okay. Give me some room to fight with them. All right. Let's throw it back out there. Woo! All right. Beautiful. Beautiful things happening. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we got one on the bottom pole. Let's go. Yup. Oh, I got him. Come on. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! GA, I appreciate it, man. Putting me on the spot like that. I like it. I like it, man. I appreciate the tip. I know right where to go. Land some of these Congo River monsters out here. Come on up here. Oh, you're dragging me out. Dragging me out. All right, it's another perch. I can see his fins on the top, which is a clear indication that it's a perch. You can tell by the type of back fins it is. It's a perch. It is indeed. Alright, well, I gotta get to bed. Got work in the AM. Fish good. Don't forget your net. I forgot mine all the time. Alright, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate the tip. I appreciate you following me on Twitch. And hopefully we'll see you on some future streams, man. He's pulling. He's pulling, but I'm going to get him. He ain't going to win the fight. No sirree, bub. Come on up here. Gotcha. Boom. A young Nile perch, 85.48 pounds. It's a beauty. It is a beauty. I might stream tomorrow, so I'll come by and chill in yours while I stream when I'm home. Hey, all right then. Appreciate it, buddy. Look forward to seeing you, my man. Challenge complete. Woo! Oh, that's a little too far. I didn't want to go that far. Gotta have some room to play with them. Alright. Back in business. We're sitting at 726.414 pounds in the keep net right now. We are doing amazing. We will soon have that maxed out. Very, very soon. The biting is definitely on right now. We're still raising into the peak time, so we should be doing really good. We should still be getting some hot bites. The bobber's gone. Yeah. Come on up here, buddy. Fish on. This one doesn't want to come up. Yeah. This one's steady dragging me. Oh, I got him. He's loosening up a little bit. We're gaining some ground on him now. Right on. Gained quite a bit of ground on him just then. We're back into the fight though. He's still at it. Still dragging me out. We gained. Oh, there goes the one on the bottom. There goes our bottom pole. We're gonna lose that one. Can't get them both, so we're definitely gonna lose that one. We got one on hand right now, so, and they won't let us put it down to grab the other pole, so we're kind of screwed on that part. We're gonna lose that fish. Come here. Gaining ground, gaining ground. Strike timed out. Yeah, I kind of figured it would. Kind of figured it would time out. We're just sitting here slowly running into everybody here. Well, he is running me all over the place. He done moved me across the river. Come here. Woo, this has got to be a good one, boy. He is running, let me tell you. Come on. Oh, God, he's got me all the way out there again. Come here. Woo, this one's fighting. Had him up to like 60 feet, and we're all the way back out to 200 and something now. Woo, boy, this one giving me a workout. Yeah, man. This one's got to be a monster, boy. He is fighting. Come on. Oh, and the bottom one's going off again. That's the second time that one's got hit while I've been trying to fight this fish. It's another one I'm gonna lose. Because I ain't letting go of this one. This one is not letting me win this fight. We're gaining slowly. I'm curious to see how big this one is. Woo, boy. Strike timed out again. This guy is not giving up, boy. I'm telling you. We are struggling right now. He is putting some wear on this pole. Come on. All right, we're gaining ground. We're gaining ground. Gaining lots of ground. We are gaining ground. We're gaining. I think we might have him about wore out. Woo! This is a monster right here. Whatever it is a monster. Come on up here. I want to see you. He's not giving up yet. He doesn't want to come up. Oh, I got him. Woo! Oh my God. Trophy Nile perch, 274 pounds. That is a $38,821 fish. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that. That thing is huge. Ooh, boy. Look at there. That is a monster. That's a river monster right there, Bo. Yeah. Holy cow. And it's big enough to fit in that keep net, and we are full. That is level 40. Level 40, and we are full. So we're going to have to kind of in everybody's way here. We're going to have to reel this one up. So we are full. We have 1,000 pounds. And we are going to cash out. Boom! $156,519 on that trip. Whoo, boy. We were getting it. We were getting it, let me tell you. Look at that. That is freaking outstanding. All right, I'm going to take a step away, take a quick break, stretch my legs, and I will be right back. So do not go anywhere, anybody. All right, and we're back. So, I don't know what's available right here, but we're gonna see. All the way to here, 31 to 62 pound line. Some cast reels here. 48 pound test line. We gotta make sure we got plenty of bait here. We got 56 large minnows, so we're good on that. The line's good. Line's getting a little weak on it. We should be good to go, I believe. Make sure we got our line with us here. And we don't, so we're gonna make sure we take it with us. And it is, this is 79 pound line, and this holds 81.5, so yeah, this is about as best we could get right now. So we want to make sure we take this line with us, so we can swap it out when the time comes. And we're gonna go back to the river. We'll go back to catching some monsters. And I think I left my drink somewhere. Hold on a second. Alright, I think we're ready now. Alright. Launch our boat and let's get this show on the road. Let's go for some more river monsters. Put that away. Hop aboard the boat here. Start the engine. Change it to a GPS. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! There was a little tree right there. I didn't see it. The visibility on these things when you're driving is horrible. Alright, so we're going to go back over here for some monster Nile perch. Some cash cow fish right there. We're definitely going back for some more of that action. Alright, so let's check the time of day. The time of day is crap right now. So let's go to this. Alright. We have fast forwarded time a little bit. We're going to get these lines out there, get them wet. We're going to get these lines wet here with some fish. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. We're in there. Let's do this. Oh, that guy's got him a monster Nile tilapia on there. Or Nile perch, sorry. Definitely got him one on there. Pulling him around. Oh, buddy, you got more than one. You look like me over there. You look like me trying to hold on to two fish. It doesn't work too well, man. It's not good. You can handle two fish on the shore, but if you're on a boat, you are out of luck. Whichever pole you got in your hand is which one you're fishing with. That's the one you're going to end up fishing. So I guess we're going to see what happens. That's pretty funny, though. He landed him an 88-pound young Nile perch. That's a good fish, man. That's a beauty. That's a good fish. Somebody else just caught a 135-pound Nile perch. We are definitely on the fish. We are waiting for a bite. Nighttime is obviously the highest peak time. That's when I was just slaying them. But this is supposed to be a pretty decent time to fish, so we're going to give it a shot. This is the first peak time. So there's 2 peak times during the day. So we're going to fish this first peak time, see what happens. See which one gets a bite first, the bottom or the bobber. I guess we shall see. We shall see. Let's see what we can catch. Waiting for a bite. The waiting game. Love it. We are fishing approximately, I'd have to say like 26, 28 foot of water, something like that. But we're waiting on a monster to smash on one of these poles. It's only a matter of time. They're out there, that's for sure. One of these poles are gonna get hit. There's a guarantee. This is a really decent spot. And my bobber's messing around out there. Looks like something might be after it. Looks like something might be after the minnow on the bobber. We're going to sit here and watch and we're going to see if it goes under. It's definitely moving around a lot. No bell ringing yet. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I gotcha. Fish on. Fish on, baby. Come here. That's a nice little perch right there. Come on up here. You may not be a monster, but that one's a caper. That one's going in the net. Come on up here. Boom. 85.77 pounds right there, baby. Yes. See how deep this thing is. Let's see. 60, 72. So we're setting it about 6 feet deep. All right, we got our first fish. Got our first fish. First 85-pounder in the bag. Outstanding. I love it. I love it. We are awaiting the next bite. We caught an 85-pounder, so let's see what we can keep getting. We're still increasing on the peak time, so fish should, the biting should start picking up. Right. We are awaiting the next bite. See what we get. Might be the bobber again. It's moving around. So hopefully we get something. Oh, it's gone. Bobber's gone. Yep, I got him. Bobber's on fire right now. Woo! Oh, we got a runner. We got to stop him. Come on up here, buddy. He's running me around here. Come on up here. Emma! Come on up here. Making a TikTok. Come on up here. We're fishing those river monsters in the Congo in Africa. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna get you. Trying to TikTok while I'm reeling this fish in. Boom! Young Nile perch, 87.88 pounds. Let's see if I can finish doing this real quick. Oh, we got one on the other pole. Hold on. Woo! Huh, we're on fire. Let's do this. Come on. We got a tafer as soon as we got that one in. We gotta get this one in. Come on. We're getting there. We're getting him. We're gaining ground. We're gaining ground. Woo! It's another good one. Another good one. Hoping this is a decent one here. Shouldn't be too shabby. Another nice Nile perch. Oh, no, you don't. I seen you trying to run out on me. Come on up here, big boy. You know you want to. Gotcha. Boom! Nile perch, 159.25 pounds, $18,000 for that fish. Give me just a second. Right. Got another monster. Let's move our boat back over here where we were. Seems to be a pretty decent spot. We are just shy of 333 pounds in the net right now. Right. Oh, that's too far. I didn't want to go that far. Way too far. You gotta have some room to wrestle this guy when they go taking off with it. All right. All right, we have the poles out. Poles are out. We're sitting at 333 pounds right now, might as well say. It is now turning dark. We are approaching the highest peak time of this peak time. There's 2 peak times in the day here. So we are going to fish through this peak time, and then we will catch the next peak time. And it is getting dark, so this is when fishing should pick up here. And we got a bobber out there, we got one on the bottom, and we've been doing pretty good, catching some nice Nile perch. Waiting on the next one. We just landed 2 of them, so we're waiting on the next one. It'll either be that bottom pole or the bobber. We'll see which one goes off first. We are patiently awaiting a bite. I don't know who the second viewer is on TikTok, but welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping in. If you're new to Leisure Gaming's streams, hit that follow button for me. I'd really appreciate it. You can say what's up in the chat. I like chatting with everybody while I'm playing, while I'm fishing my heart out over here in the Congo River. It has been so much fun. We've already cashed out once with 1,000 pounds of fish, so we're working on number 2. Working on maxing out for the second time. Landing some of these Nile monsters. Some of these African Congo River monsters. That's what we're doing here. We're just waiting on a bite. Shouldn't take too long. It usually doesn't. We'll see which pole gets hit first. Bobber's moving around out there, so it looks like it might be going under here in a second. Looks like that bobber might be heading south. Whoa, there goes pole number 1. Gotcha. Let's see what we got on the line here. We're looking to build our followers as much as we possibly can. Trying to build a good family with Leisure Gaming. We're nice and laid back. We love streaming games. We take requests on which games you'd like to see streamed. If I ain't got it, I'll work on getting it. I do plan on trying to get the new fishing game that just came out. Bass Master Fishing 2022 is the new one, and I'd love to get that one and start streaming it. So I'm gonna work on that. So that's my goal. Come here, guy. Got another monster Nile perch on here, it seems like. They are some fighters, I will give them that. He's gonna try to run me out here. We can't let him. Let me gain some ground on you there, guy. Start getting uncomfortable when it passes 200. You ain't got much to work with once it passes 200. It gets kind of scary. Only got 318 on here. Yeah. Hopefully we get some more levels and work on getting some other rods out and getting some good stuff like that. Some better rod holders, and 45, level 45 is what I need to get the rod holder I want. It's a triple rod holder, but it's got a bite alert on the rod holders. So I really want those. Oh my God. Come here. He's not going to let me win. No. No, come back. Come back. This guy's huge. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. No. 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 He's going to spool me. Ooh. Holy cow. That was so close. And it's still so close right now. Don't do it to me. Oh, I'm trying to gain some ground. It's not working out in my favor. This thing is a beast. Oh, come on. He's not giving up. Woo, we're gaining. Oh, thank the Lord. Boy, that was a close one. We actually gained some decent ground, so we're back in the fight. He was literally about 10 feet away from spooling me completely. I would have been so upset because I really want to see what this is. It's a perch. It's a Nile perch. I just want to see how big it is. This thing's got to be big. He almost spooled me out. And this, I believe, is my heaviest rod. I think. It is built for these waters, but boy, was he pushing the limits. Woo! This one's giving me a run for my money. I gotta see it. Gotta see it. Oh my god, this thing is huge. Look at this freaking monster. He's gonna try to keep running me out here. Hold on. Come here. He's right there. He is a beast. Oh, I got him. Boom! 281 pounds. That's a $39,000 fish. Look at that thing. Oh my god. That thing is massive, man. Look at the size of that fish compared to my dude. Like, how are you even holding that up? Like, that thing is humongous. That is what I'm talking about. Woo, that little 41 right there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, bobber's gone. Oh, we're in for another one. Yep. One after another, boy. We're in there. Come on with it, big boy. I'm ready for another fight. Come on. This one ain't as bad as that other one. That's for sure. Another perch, though. Boom, young now perch. Nailed it. Which one was that? That was pull number 2. All right. Let's get that bad boy back out there. Oh. There's already a pull in that one. All right. Let's see what happens. We're up to 700 pounds right now. Won't be long. We'll be cashing out for a second time. Maxed out. Found a cash cow out here. Get these Nile perch. Smoking. Oh, bobber's gone. What? No, number 2. Yup. I got him. Woo! We're on fire, baby. Come on up here. He's running me out. Come here. Come on. You gotta give him to switch directions. You give him to switch directions, he wears out. 'Cause you're fighting against him. I know it kind of sounds weird, you know, going the same direction as the fish, but that's exactly how it works. In case any of you did not know that, fight the opposite direction of the fish. Works every time. If they're running to the right, I mean, not the opposite, fight the same direction as the fish. If they're running to the right, pull to the right. That's how you do it. Get them to switch directions, and you switch directions with them. And it wears them out. You can get them up faster. Oh, God. I hope I can land this one. Come here. I can get this other one up here. Ah! Come on, man. Help me out here. Oh, I got you. Haha. Boom. Another young Nile perch, 85-pounder. Got this. One on the bottom going off. What happened? Did my game glitch out again? Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. Ah. No way. No way, man. My game keeps cutting out on me. I don't know what's going on. Like, it just froze up on me again. In the middle of catching fish. Like, I don't know what's going on with this thing tonight. This game is glitching out bad. Well, we're gonna have to close it out again. Apparently it doesn't want to run right. I do not understand why it keeps doing that, so I have no idea. But we're gonna try to get it back up and going here. This is really starting to get on my nerves because it's costing me money when it does this. And it's annoying, especially when you're in the middle of a stream, and it's aggravating. It's very aggravating. I don't know why it keeps like just glitching out on me like that. The game just freezes up and I can't do anything. I picked up a rod that was getting a bite and it glitched out on me. So I still have all my fish though, luckily. Excuse me, guy. I'm just gonna go around you here. I'm gonna go on around you here and we're gonna turn off this way here. Alright, let's try this again. If it stopped glitch, oh, that is not the pole that I thought it was. Okay, that's the bobber pole, so let's throw that one out there a little bit. And we take this one and we throw it out here a little ways. Oh. Well, give me that back. Need to shorten that line up a little bit. Alright. Now we can put it down. Alright, so we should still be... Yeah, we're still in kind of a prime time right now, so we'll see what happens. Get back to catching some more monsters. Alright. Got one on the baba. Come on up here, buddy. Come on up here. If you're new from Twitch, please hit that follow button for me. And you can hang out with me in the chat if you want. I love chit-chatting with everybody while I'm catching fish. Trying to grow a nice following on Twitch. Or every social platform for that matter. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. TikTok, I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can stream on it. Come here, guy. Gotcha. Boom. 86-pound young now perch, baby. There it is. Look at that. That's a beauty. That's pretty. Alright, so let's spin this bad boy around here. Okay, it's not going to let me because I got one in the rod holder. That's fine. We'll just cast this bad boy back out there and set it right here. Alright. We're in there. Let's see what happens. We're up to 872 pounds so far. So, we're getting there. Slowly, but we're getting there. Let me readjust my little thing here. There we go. Oh, we got one on pole number 1 here, baby. Pole number 1. Huh! Fish on. Woo, he's putting up a fight. He is putting up a fight. Who's the second viewer in the Twitch? I'd love it for you to say hello so I can acknowledge you. I like to acknowledge all of my viewers. Don't be shy. I like hanging out with people. This looks like a pretty decent one here. He looks okay. Come on up here. Come on up here, big boy. Boom. Gotcha. Nailed it. 106-pound Nile perch. That is a true beauty right there. Boom. 106.4 £1. That is a nice $12,000 fish. And we're going to go ahead and put this bad boy back out there. Reel it in a little bit so we ain't got too far to fight. When that time comes, poles are out. Let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized we maxed out on weight. I had just realized that they're not going to let us keep no more fish because we done maxed out. So let's go ahead and reel these up. And we're going to go and grab pole number 2 here. Start reeling this one in. And we're going to cash out and see what happens. $105,732 for that one. Nice cash out. Really, really nice. I love it. Repair everything for $10,000. We got 48 large minnows. I think we'll be okay for now. Max float extra high, so we're gonna go ahead and put this one on here. And for that's the nighttime bobber. We're gonna go back at it. We're gonna get back out there for some more fish. Let's do it to it, baby. We're here to catch fish. That's what we're gonna do. We are definitely here to catch some fish. And catching fish is what we're gonna do. Alright, so we'll put that away. Gonna jump in the boat here. Start our engine. Turn that to the GPS. Alright, let's go. Whoa, guy. Whoa, Nelly. Woo. All right, we're at full speed now. We are scooting. We are headed straight to our destination. We are going back for some monster Nile perch. All right, let's do this. We ended up right in our spot, so we are good to go here. I'm gonna set our first pole. Oh, wow, no, hold on a second. Almost forgot to set the time of day. We gotta make sure we're fishing during the peak time here. Let's reel this on up real quick. All right, time of day. Right here. All right. Let's get the lines out. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, pole 1 going nuts. Huh. We got him. Fish on. Starting off right off the rip with a Nile perch. Get him, big son. Oh, now my bobber's gone. No. No. Dang it. Come here. They're going to take my bait. My bite's going to time out. It would happen when I'm in the middle of fighting another one. Figures. Strike timed out. Yep. Figured. Left my barber just sitting over there somewhere. Just doesn't even matter. Come on. I got you. Boom. Young now perch, 85 pounder. Alright, let's get this one back out there. And we got to get our bobber reeled in and try putting that back out. That one done got slammed on. Oh, that wasn't good. All right. Waiting for a bite. Waiting for a bite. Well, we've gotten one new follower on Twitch, so that's a plus. That is outstanding. We are awaiting the next bite. Started off on an 85 pounder. That's not too shabby. Time of day should be looking promising. It's getting there. We are awaiting the next bite, everybody. Awaiting the next bite. Still waiting. Haven't seen nothing yet. We are still waiting for a bite. Ooh, bite on. There we go. Hiya! Gotcha. Woo! Fish on. Well, he ain't giving up today, boy. He is running it out. Switch directions on me. That's what I want. When they switch directions, that means you're winning. See, they surface. Then you keep pulling in that direction, whichever direction they're going. You switch to that other direction if they're going that way. When you get them to turn directions is when you start gaining ground on them. It wears them out a little faster. So, for those who did not know that, fun fact for you. When it comes to Fishing Planet anyway. Whichever direction they are going, you want to try to go that same direction. Because it tends to wear them out. So. You get them up close to your boat like that, it's kind of hard to tell which direction they're going. Oh, my bobber just disappeared. Ah, oh, dang it. Come here. It's going to time out before I can get to it. Well, I got him. Another young Nile perch, 74.5 pounds. See if I can get it in time. Oh, it was gone. No. As soon as I picked it up. Son of a. That figures. Man. I lost the second one, but I got the primary. Oh well, it was worth a shot. I gave it my personal best. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Hit the wrong button. Alright, we're waiting on the next one. Alright, let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something soon here. One of them always seem to take off when I'm in the middle of fighting another one. It's usually how it works. Still waiting. We just reeled one in, so we're waiting for the next one. And then the bobber took off in the middle of fighting the other one, so as soon as I picked the rod up, he was gone. I was like, dang. Oh, excuse me. Who's fishing over here? Squish me bean. Trophy Goliath. That's what I'm talking about. We are waiting on the next one. What's gonna happen here? We are awaiting a bite. Pole number 1 is the one that's on the bottom. Pole number 2 is the float out there. So this is our float right here. That's pole number 2. Pole number 1 is on the bottom, so we'll keep that just like that so we can watch that one. The one on the bottom you can hear the bell dinging on it. So if we get a bite on that one, we will know, and we'll watch this bobber. If we get a bite on that, we will know, because it'll be gone. Hoping we get a bite here soon. Prime, we are kind of at peak time right now. Oh, pole number 1's going off. Let's get it. Fish on. Fish on, baby. Well, come on with it, Cletus. Come on over here with your walk. Come on, give me some ground. Give me some ground. That's what I'm talking about. Let me gain on you. Every time you change directions, I'm going with you. That's how you gain ground on these fish. If you ever play this game, and if you ever decide to play it, and you want to gain some ground on some fish, this is the way you do it. I can't wait to get my hands on the new fishing game they released, Bassmaster Fishing 2022. I've been watching that game for a while. I did not know that it released in October of last year. If I had known that, I would have bought it already. I can't wait to get my hands on that one and compete in some bass tournaments on there. That's going to be outstanding. I'm going to find a lot of joy and fun in that. Come on up here, guy. You're not winning the fight, buddy. I can assure you of that. I'm going to win the fight, one way or the other. Your way or my way, buddy. Your way or my way. I'm just dragging my bobber around like it doesn't even matter. And it's on sale right now too. That's the sad part. I can't buy it right now, but it's on sale. It's only like $12.50 on Steam. I think it's like 50% off or something like that. So, which is awesome. I did not know. My son showed me today that it had released in October. I was just like, what? Really? Boom. 87.5 pound young Nile perch. Oh, we got one taken up with a bobber. Oh, I got him. We're on the fight again. we got the nighttime bobber on here too. We got the glow in the dark one. We can see what's going on. We got that glow bobber. Come here, guy. Come on up here. We're gonna get you. We are catching some monster Nile perch in the Congo River in Africa. It's been great. I'm in your lobby, saw your messages and tuned in. Hey, what's up? I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. If you hit that follow button for me, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to build a leisure family over here on Twitch. Very much appreciated, man. I didn't think anybody would actually do it. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Thanks for the follow.
Hey, there's that follow. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. What's your name in the game? Maybe you can add me to your friends list on there. We can do some fishing together, because every time you see me on here, I'm streaming. So you can jump around in there with me and stream with me if you want. If you got a microphone, we can get on Discord and stuff like that. I have a Discord channel. We can get on there and chat back and forth as we're streaming, as I'm streaming the game, and you know, you'll be heard on the stream if it's something you might be interested in. Taco, same as here. Oh, all right, cool. Well, send me a friend's request on the game, man. Absolutely. That is awesome. That's 2 new followers in this stream for Twitch. That's awesome. You also see my son streaming on here too, so it's not always me. My 12-year-old will get on here and stream like some GTA or some God of War or something. He'll always be streaming something. He streams when I don't stream, so I'm the primary streamer. It's my account, but trying to build a nice following on Twitch and trying to build one on TikTok. Got 200 something followers on my Facebook streaming page right now. I have a YouTube page that I upload all these to when I'm done. So, I mean, if you want to catch all of those, I have a Twitter. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. Well, if I can get this fish up, I might be able to resituate myself here. He's done drugged me all over the river. Hopefully it's a decent one. I've been fighting this one for a little minute here. Gotta self-promote. It's important. Right on. Nothing like it, man. Gotta self-promote. That's part of success. It's gotta be done, my man. It's gotta be done. Oh, this one's running me out now. He's taking a dive. Give me some ground now. Let me gain some ground on you. Like I said before, you know, you got to follow the fish. Whichever direction the fish is going, you go that direction. The only reason they really get you is if they start going straight out. Then you just got to keep snatching on the pole until you get them to turn around. But if you go the same direction they are, force them to change directions. Every time they change directions, you gain a little ground on them. So that's kind of like the secret to it that I don't think a lot of people know about, really. Still trying to fish this guy in. This guy is putting up a fight. Boy, he's done moved me all away from my fishing spot. We're gonna get him though. Yeah. Come on, we're almost there. Yeah. We're almost there. Oh, we got him. Boom! 157.84 pound Nile perch. That is a beauty. Let everybody see that one. Look at that. Look at that. That is outstanding. I don't know about you, but that is a super sexy fish right there. Super sexy fish. That is an $18,000 fish. That is now level 42. Woo! What I'm talking about. That officially makes both poles that we caught something on. So let's go back over here to our spot here. Let's make our way back over here. Taco Rama. There he is. Right on. I got your friend's request, buddy. Added. Very much appreciated, sir. Very, very much appreciated, my man. Every little bit helps, man. Starting off as a streamer is difficult. Alright, we're going to try to turn around right here. Somebody's asking me what my Twitch is. Woo! I couldn't even remember. To be honest with you. There we go. All right, let's get that bobber back out there. Oh, that's not far enough. Dang it. Let's reel that in real quick. Yeah. Let's get that one out there. Right, let's see where we at. Alright, let's reel it in a little bit. Get about right there. And set it down. And now we wait for another bite. Alright, so we got our bobber right there. And we got one on the bottom. If the one on the bottom gets hit, the bell will ring. If the bobber gets hit, obviously it's going to disappear. So let's wait for the next one. We are at 405 pounds out of 925. So let's go ahead and get ready to max out this net just one more time. If you're new to the stream, say what's up in the chat. Let me know you're here so I can acknowledge your presence. If you're new to my stream, I would really appreciate if you hit the follow button. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh, we got one on the bottom. Oh, I got him. Why do I got a feeling that bobber's going to go under? It always seems to happen too. Every time I'm in the middle of fighting another fish. Yeah. Squishy, what's up, man? Oh, there goes the bobber.
Thanks for the follow.
I told you it was going to happen. Hey, I appreciate you hitting the follow button, man. Very much appreciated, sir. Thank you. The leisure family is growing. There's one gone on the bobber right now, and I can't get it because I got this other pole in my hand. And it won't let you swap poles when you're on a boat, which is really stupid. You should be able to throw one in that pole holder and pick the other one up, but whatever. Maybe I can get this one up fast enough here. Ah. Ah. No, sir. Come on. Oh, I got him. Woo, young Nile perch. Can I get him? Oh, every time I go to grab it. Every time. Oh. Dang it. They always get me. Right at that last second, for some reason, they get off. As soon as I pick the rod up.
Thanks for the follow.
Grr. All right, Image8907. Thanks for following, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate everybody stopping in, man. It's very much appreciated. The leisure family is growing by the second. That is our third or fourth new follower of the stream, which is outstanding. I don't even think I've ever done that on Twitch. Oh, I didn't want to grab that. Put that back down. All right, let's get this one. Let's put this one out there a little bit. We are cooking with Crisco now, boys. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Pick that back up, reel some of that slack in here. Hold on. All right, here we go. Got something in my throat. Alright, let's see if we get something here. We got one on the bottom and we're waiting to bobber. Oh, welcome everybody to the stream on Twitch. I appreciate everybody for showing up. If you're new, hit that follow button for me. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to build a nice leisure family on TikTok. We're on TikTok, excuse me, Twitch. We're on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So you can find us on all of those, but we're trying to build this family on Twitch right now. We got 3 new followers tonight so far. I think 3 or 4. So if you can hit that follow button, I'd really appreciate it. We are awaiting our next bite as we speak. We are enjoying the game without a doubt. Still in a pretty decent peak time right now too, so that's a plus. This is doing good. We are doing real good right now. We are looking good. Let's see which one gets hit first, the bottom or the bobber. What do you think? What do you guys think? Bottom or bobber? Which one's getting hit first? Make that call. Cast your vote. Let's see which one it's going to be. Cast your vote quick, because it ain't going to be long before one of them get hit. Oh, it's the bottom pole. We got him. Fish on. Oh, this one's running straight out too. We got to get him to turn around. This is a too big one. He's big. You can tell by how he's running me out. He's trying to spool me. It's not happening, sir. Nope, I'm going to give you a fight. Oh my God, he is pulling. Come on up here. Oh, we're gaining. We're gaining ground. We are gaining. Woo! Must be a decent one. He is fighting. It's going to be a nice one, whatever it is. I haven't seen it surface yet, so I don't know if it's a perch or catfish or I don't know what it is. I've seen nothing surface yet. We're just dragging the bobber along here. Just bobber's going along for the ride. If any of you are on Fishing Planet right now and you caught my message in the chat, you can add me as a friend on the game. I'd love to have you. You guys can join me on my streams. I would not mind that at all. We could get on Discord together or whatnot and enjoy it together. Well, come on, man. Oh, this guy ain't giving up, and I don't know what it is. It ain't even came to the surface yet. Usually, a perch, you see them on the surface, so you know what you're dealing with here. But this one here, this is a little different. Oh, I think it is a perch. That whole time he was dwelling at the bottom. Well, how about that? That is awesome. I stream this game all the time, so you guys can definitely tune in anytime you see me go live. Alright, Taco. I got you, buddy. I don't have Discord open at the moment, but I can open it. Give me just a second here. Woo, yeah, this is a good one, boy. Oh, what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, you are correct, sir. Fish are definitely more important. Come here. And this one is a monster. It's got to be a decent one. Look at that. Come on up here. Show your face to the world, baby. I'm loving this. This has got to be a good one, boy. This has got to be a good one. Now my bobber's gone. Oh my God. Just as I thought I had this one. Come here. Oh my God. He's fooling me out again. Again. And my bobber's gone. Oh God. This is crazy. Look at that. That bobber's all over the place right now. I can't even do nothing about it. Like, the game is just like, oh man, that whole game just got glitched out for a second. I can't even do nothing about the bobber. Like, I have this fish on, and it's a huge fish. I've been fighting this one for a minute. Yeah, that strike timed out, so we'll just be dragging that bobber along until we get this guy in. We're having a great time, though. That is for sure, without a doubt. Come on up here. This one is giving me a run for my money. I don't know what's going on here, but he is definitely fighting. My line is at 65% now. Like, these poles have taken a beating today. Absolutely have taken a beating. And this fish just doesn't want to give up. This fish might be too big for my keep net. I can only hold a total of 308.6 pound fish. If he's bigger than that, I can't hold him. Oh, we finally got him. Oh, it's a trophy Nile perch, 273.112 pounds, $38,695 fish. That is outstanding. Look at that, baby. That is a monster. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's a 73 incher, baby. You see stuff like that on Wicked Tuna. What? That's a gorgeous fish. And I am way away from my fishing spot right now. Oh, let's go ahead and reel this in. Hold on. We're gonna have to go in the boat here and see if we can't get ourselves back over here where we need to be. Let's go on back over here. Ooh, there's some people there, but you can't see them because they're invisible for some reason. I can see their name though, so I know they're there. Alright, here we go. Alright, let me see if I can get my Discord up real quick, buddy, and we'll hang out. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get Discord fired up real quick. What setup are you running? Are you talking about computer-wise or fishing-wise? Like, what fishing gear am I using? Which one are you referring to, sir? Okay, let's see. There is the Discord, Taco. Let's see. Yep, I'm in the lobby. Okay, we're good. I don't remember if I have it on push to talk or what. Here, hold on. No, we just go with voice activity. Alright, we're good to go. So, if anybody jumps into Discord, I am there. And we can hang out. Oh, rod and reel setup. Alright, let me run it through you real quick. Let me run you through it real quick. Okay, I got, this is my bottom pole. Okay. You got the Makanzi 12-foot 10-inch special edition. Extra heavy, holds 39.7 to 81.6 pounds of line. Moderate action, it's a two-piece, got 14 plus 1 guides on it. The L Impulsion 12,000 S series special edition. 81.5 pounds of line is what the max is it can hold as far as test line. It's 11 plus 3 on ball bearings. And then this one, of course, this one's on a bottom rig. It's got a 7-ounce weight, a leader, a titanium, no, fluorocarbon leader, 10-aught hook with a bell and a large minnow. And then this was a large minnow, 10-aught hook, fluorocarbon leader, a glowing pear-shaped float for nighttime fishing. Float weight is extra heavy. And it's got 79 pound line on it. And the max drag on this one is 79.4. So that's what I'm using right now. That's my two primaries. And we're gonna go ahead and get these back out there.
Hello.
What's going on?
What is going on?
Lots of fishing. Lots of fishing. Won't be too much longer and I'll be maxed out again. Alright. We are awaiting a bite.
Yeah, this purple labo, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Thing's kicking my ass. I'm trying to do the Congo River exploration missions,
Uh-huh.
and it's kicking my ass.
Yeah, I haven't really went to any target locations for those yet. I need to though, so I can go ahead and knock that out.
Yeah. I spent most of the evening last night doing exactly what you're doing, and I had to take a little break because it just kind of got it kind of got a little frustrating just over and over and over again. I started catching just young Nile perch over and over, and it just was, all right, I got to move on and try something else.
Yeah, it definitely gets it gets a little nonchalant after a while. It becomes monotonous. So.
Yep. It's like, you know, I think I caught one uni, and after I caught that uni, it just turned into nothing but youngs for like 3 hours, and I was just like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try something different.
Well, I had no, like, I was nowhere near getting here. Like, I started, I think I was like level 13, because I have an account on my PlayStation, but this is the one on Steam. So I was like level 13, and then my girlfriend bought the Congo pack for me, and I just shot up. I was like, this is awesome. I've been really enjoying this. So.
Yep. So I know if you can make it up to level 70 thereabouts, there's an awesome rod and reel combo that I can show you. That's it'll add to the experience a little bit. You'll be throwing 2-ounce flat spoons, and it's really fun. Adds a little bit extra gameplay into the monotony.
Right. Yeah, I'm waiting to get to the levels where I can do that. I thought I seen that bottom wing taking off. Yep, I get him. Woo, fish on. It always seems I get a second bite when I'm in the middle of fighting another one too. Every time.
Yep. Yeah, I've learned to just ignore the other rod.
That one wasn't too bad. That was a young one, 54.5 pounds. I'm just trying to build a following on all my social platforms now, so.
I know, I tried at one point and just never took off. And after a couple weeks of doing it, I was like, all right, you know what? I guess I was not destined to be a streamer.
Yeah, I started off with simulators, like American Truck Simulator and stuff, because I have the whole steering setup and all that. That's where I started. But I kind of do a little bit of everything. So, American Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator. Now I play this. I tried the Flight Simulator, but I need a joystick for that or something, because holy, that's terrible.
Yep, I'm a hardcore VR nerd when it comes to flight sim, and I'm into the Combat Flight Sim DCS. I've been doing that for 15 years now, so it's that's where my roots stem from. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
You're still. Let me see here.
Woo. Fish on.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Did that send a message directly to you?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, or that's what I was trying to see, but it my freaking menu's stuck now. Can't use my menus. What the hell?
Well, that's kind of weird. I didn't know it was going to do that.
I'm stuck choosing a rod.
Oh, and then the bottom pole goes off. Oh, of course. Yep, never fails. Every time. Fight a fish on one, the other one goes off.
I'm gonna have to restart my game. That's frustrating.
I've had to do that twice on this stream. For whatever reason, I have no idea. Twice I've had to do that.
I got stuck with me choosing a rod. I couldn't do anything else.
It got stuck with me picking up a rod.
Well, that's gotta be frustrating.
That bite's definitely got a timeout. Yep, it timed out. All it's going to take is one more decent fish to max out, so. Oof. 80.68. Young now perch. Nope, didn't max me out yet, so there's that. I wonder why I sent a message directly to you. That's kind of weird.
I think it's because you're still on the on that chat. Let me see if I can close it here.
I don't even know how to change that. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Got it. Yep. Bottom pole's going off again. Got it. I need to switch to a 10-aught hook. I want to catch the Nile perch. Honestly, I guessed. I didn't know what size to use. I was like, oh, 10 sounds good. But it seems to be working. So, definitely seems to be working.
Yep, big hooks, big weights, and heavy rods, and very large bait.
You need big everything. Oh, look, the bobber's going off. That figures. Never fails. The bobber's definitely going to time out. I just started the fight with this fish. Text me your Discord if you don't mind. Okay. Give me just a second. Let me get this fish in and I'll put it in the Twitch chat for you.
Here, I'm here. I can do that. That's easy enough.
Or,
Make
yeah.
your life a little easier.
That works too. I appreciate it.
Of course. You want me to drop it in the Discord chat? Or not the Discord chat, the
Twitch chat. Yeah. Come on up here. Alright. Woo! 87.63 pounds. I think that might have maxed me out. Yep. We have maxed out. $102,282. Maxed out again. Woo!
So you don't have to leave if you don't want to. All you have to do is just hit next morning, and it will reset your fish net.
Oh yeah, I did not know that.
And it only costs you $2,000. So just for future reference, make your life a little easier, save you 26 grand.
Yeah, that's
Unless you gotta
definitely
repair
a
all your
plus.
stuff though.
I mean, it's definitely going to help to repair some of my stuff here. We are looking good right now. Accept Squish's friend request.
Crap.
Did somebody else join?
I think that Squish guy joined. He's one of my friends.
Alright. What in the world? Where did it put me? That is not where I want to be.
Oh, you didn't hop back in the same game? The same server, same lobby, I mean?
I think it said it was full.
That's fair.
I ain't catching nothing.
Well, that's all
Were you,
I'm doing is catching fish.
Alright, LMG on.
Whoa.
Hello.
We got a party going.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
I need to switch to 10-aught hooks.
Good 10 minutes.
And everybody's on the live stream too, so that's awesome.
Here, LMG, I'm right behind you. I'm gonna swing my boat around. Follow me over, and I'll show you what to do.
We're hanging
Where
out.
you at? I don't see you. Oh, here.
Right
There
behind
you go, LMG.
Shit, well, why am I moving? Stop. 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 Thank
We're
you. Oh,
killing it.
Stop. Stop.
If you're new on Twitch, hit the follow button for me. I'd appreciate it. Hang out with the rest of us. The Discord's in the chat too if you want to join us there. Woo! Ugh.
I know where to cast, but God, time's right. It's trying to annoy me.
All right, let's get back to it.
I've seen to be able to catch the
Nope.
Nile perch pretty much whenever throughout the day. It didn't really matter. The times didn't really matter. The biggest thing is you have to just be in the right location to get a consistent bite.
I'm getting more of the tiger fish than Nile perch.
Slide to the right further then. So come over closer to this buoy here.
Yeah, I'm getting tons of Nile perch, like tons. And most of the time, I get 2 bites at once, and I can't get both of them. So
Let me see if I can remember how to save my mark or send my mark to people. Been a while.
right.
So you fish like grab the buoy and cast where you cast?
So hang on, I'm trying to send it to you.
All right. Waiting on a bite.
I need to add you as a friend.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
You
Where
guys
are
can
you
add me as a
at?
friend on the game too, if you want.
Where? Taco. I wish they would do this stuff in alphabetical order. God. Okay.
I seen you from the first taco.
Feel like that bobber's about to shoot under at any given moment right now.
Alright, there we go.
Just got one of those feelings. Nope, the bottom pole's taken off.
I'll find a better footer.
I know there's something on that pole.
86 pound
there is.
Nile perch. Oh my god. That would pull drag.
Alright, I shared the mark with you. Check your map. You should be able to put it.
Oh, and the
you should be
bobber
able to
took
see
off.
it.
Son of a double hookup. Of course, I'm gonna
And
miss
now-
the one on the bobber.
It's not popping up on my screen. Hold on.
On your map.
There we go.
On the map, yeah, I know. It's not popping up.
Fish on. Eh. Yeah, it's kind
How
of
deep are these?
sucks. I'm in a lobby by myself, I think.
You should be able to join the friends only.
Or we
I
could
think.
switch over to where his lobby's at, or his lobby. He's already fishing, so.
I was getting a lot of people to join Twitch from that server. Yeah, that strike definitely timed out. Dang
How
it.
far down do I set my my bobber? Where do I set it to?
I set mine at 6 feet, I think.
6 feet.
Yep. Hold on.
And it goes ape shit, like bites like
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I've had mine at 39 inches, and that was working pretty good. So.
So 6 feet would be with 72 inches.
Yep, 72 inches.
Alright, I haven't set up with that.
Did you get that marker, that buoy location?
No, it's not popping up on my map.
Did you accept it?
I have to accept it?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Dang it, LMG.
What happened?
I don't know. What happened?
How do I accept it?
Woo! 86.94 pounds.
On your map, do you have anything?
Shaw.
No, let's see here.
Outstanding.
I'll
Looks
try
like
sending
good
it one
spot
more
as
time,
any.
yeah.
Let's reel this one in.
Oh, hold on. It's that mark. Found it.
Okay. So then what I've found is just to the right of that mark. So on the marker to the right of it, anywhere's in that area right there, I've been able to catch. I caught a uni right off of that mark. So
Ooh, I have to pull my drag like crazy. I legit just bought this pack and using the rod and reel king with it, so.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna
So
jump
I have
over
my bobber set
to.
to 72.
I'm gonna jump over to their
Is that
server.
me?
Oh, fish on. Wait.
I have it set to 72 and at that spot. That should be fine.
Where the hell am I? What is this place? Oh, it put me. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, did it put you over there? It did that to me
would-
too.
Yeah, it's set me in the middle of the map. That's pretty interesting.
Come on, fish. Just bite the large minnow.
Now we just got to get some more people to follow the Twitch channel. We'd be in there.
In there
Fight.
like swimwear.
Just bite it. Don't
Trying to reach a 1,000 followers on TikTok too, so I can stream on that. I like 200 and something on Facebook.
Tinder just caught a 408-pound unique now perch.
I count my biggest one so far is 405.
God damn.
My biggest one is 405 so far.
Oh, god dang, fish. I was stretching.
Come hither.
God, that's like the stupid bull shark that I've caught. It was like 405, I think. Exactly.
This one's pulling drag like crazy. Not that's a Nile. That has to be a Nile.
See what I can catch with a flat spoon.
This one's not giving up. Takes a minute to wear these out.
See this thing is pulling drag. Holy. Taco, that mark you sent me, I just got a bite almost like within a minute.
You're awesome.
Nice
Philip
job,
coming in,
streaming,
smashing on the
Discord.
like on Facebook. I
Holy.
appreciate it, man. Thank you. Welcome to the stream, buddy. If you're not a follower, don't forget to
probably
hit
gonna
that
school me. I
follow
have a feeling
button. I
it's gonna school
appreciate
me.
it. And hang out with us while we're all
Don't worry.
fishing here. Got a whole team of anglers on here now.
Don't worry, LMG. Luck hates you. We've seen this multiple times.
Yeah, I was like level 5 and I just went to that level 5 trout place. That was like my first time. Oh my god, bro.
Mm-hmm. There goes your line.
Yeah,
Come on
it
up here.
schooled me and my whole reel broke. That was hilarious. I remember that was a good times. That was a long time ago though.
That was probably about 2
That was
years
at least a year ago. Year or two, yeah.
It's definitely 2.
That's within that day I put like
Oh, and my
what,
bobber's
13
gone.
hours in
That's
this
even
game?
better. 148 pound now perch. Right on. Can I get the other pole? Oh, of course.
God dang, Taco. You got me in this big fish. It's like forever reel him in.
Yep. I think the
Oh.
longest fight I've had so far was 15 minutes, something like that.
I fought for a minute
Uh-oh,
on
Clash
that
of Clans
400
fishing.
pounder.
Dude, village is being raided
Yeah.
by some Chinese guy. Dang it. Watch this crap. I want to see this one real efficient. Oh god. He didn't bring very much to beat me.
Get back over here by where Squish is. That's kind of my spot right there. Get a
Happy
lot
to
of
catch
luck
this
right
fish when
there.
we join your guys' lobby.
I need to change time. Ooh.
Never mind, his archers are maxed out.
I've caught 261 pounds of tilapia and just a little bitty fish on this map trying to catch this purple
Ooh.
labao, and I have failed to catch it over and over, so I just switched back to not
Is it the
perching.
monster?
Can you make like
Is it the
120,000
monster fish?
ice raid?
No, the purple labao.
Oh, the labios.
Yeah, labio. That sounds better than labao.
Guys, did you make like 120,000 last game before you left?
Mm-hmm.
That was insane.
I made just under 150,000 on my first cash in.
I was playing Everglades one time, catching bass. I think I made like 40,000 or something like that. Oh
Yep.
my, the fish is in. It's about to be in.
I think my second, like, max out in this game. I think, or this map, I think I got like around 270K.
Come on, just
Yeah,
you're
I think
10
so.
feet. 10 feet. Yes.
Next
How big, how
morning,
big, how big?
yes, I understand.
150. 151 pounds, baby. Oh
You're
my
playing with the
God.
big boys.
Bobber's gone. Yep, fish on.
There's my stupid rod. There it is.
Oh, I'm in the middle of a dead time. I need to change my time.
Yeah, it might help.
It is like flat all the way at the bottom.
Like completely dead. Just
Yep.
and the bottom pole would go off after one's dragging me around. That figures. Come on up here. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait.
Nice.
Woo!
That's a good. That's
106
good. That's a good
unique.
tiger fish.
$42,000 for that fish.
That's a good tiger fish. That's the biggest one I've seen yet.
What'd you catch? 106 pound?
It's a Goliath tiger fish. That's big for a
Not so
tiger
bad.
fish.
I was being,
Woo!
Oh, that's 2 rods are kind of
That's what I'm talking about.
as he beat me, I think he might beat me in tiger fish, and I've been like nailing him all day.
That was on a
Alright.
bobber too.
I'm gonna join you guys.
106.4. Welcome, LNG.
Yes. Time is. I want daylight.
Woo! All right.
$2,000 to extend the day. 64K that day. It wasn't too
If you're
bad.
new on Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow button for me. You can hang out with us while we're doing all
Usually I
kinds of
set you a
fishing
friend
here.
request, by the way, too.
Yep, I got it just now. I've got it.
I don't know why, but it's just fun to like just run your boat around just really fast. Remember one time me and Squish were playing, he went off the map and caught a fish.
Oh
and,
god. Yeah, that was.
That was funny. We're at that
I
one
love
Oregon
the
lake with all the
lake.
trout, and you caught a fish
It
off
was
the map.
emerald. Oh. Oh yeah.
There was that-
Okay.
you went past the bridge.
I remember that. I was doing the stupid Halloween challenges.
Yeah. Where's that marker at? Catch fish right there.
Come sit up over here next to me if you want.
Ooh, that put me
I'm
as-
here. I'm here.
That put me in number 10 slot for unique Goliath tigerfish. What?
Overall?
That put you on number 10.
Oh no, wait.
Hold up.
I have a bigger one. 113 pounds was my biggest one. Ah,
God damn.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's a big fish.
African
Reaching for the
tiger.
stars, baby.
Oop, bottom rod's about to go.
Reel that in a little bit. Right about there. All right. Set that one down.
Wait,
Pull out my
that,
bobber.
that was an African tiger fish, correct?
No, that was a Goliath tigerfish.
Oh, I'm dumb, bro.
That's basically the same. It's just a slight variation in
Alright.
species.
Poles are back out. Let's do this. Right. Well, welcome all Twitch viewers. Appreciate you tuning in. Welcome to the stream. If you would, hit that follow button for me. Join the Leisure family. Hang out with us. Join us in the chat. We like chit-chatting with everybody. Oh! Fish on. Yeah, got him. We're smoking right now.
113 pounds. Next guy's 114 pounds.
This one don't seem like too much trouble. He should be pretty easy to get in. I spoke too soon.
What do you
Never
at
mind.
for Arapema? On the leaderboards. What do you at for leaderboards on the Arapema?
Oh, that's a good question.
What is it?
Yeah,
Arapima.
Amazonian maize.
It's an arapaima. I was like, what? I was so confused just
Potato,
then.
potato, man.
I'm cursed with the young Nile perch. Damn it.
Getting all kinds of young ones, boy. Either way, they pay.
Yes, they do.
They fight like crazy. I just got a trophy, 151 pounds. On the last.
Oh, Jesus, come on, will you? I underestimated this one, I think.
Arapaima. Let me look. So. My biggest I caught was 370. So. Around like 30th.
Come on.
Fish bite. Oh, yes. Bit. I think it's that's not a Nile. That's like a.
He is just dragging me
That's like
all
live
over the
plant.
place right now. I'm coming right for you guys.
Oh, I see it. That thing's huge.
Arr.
Dang. Muscle in him, man.
Alright.
I think I got a Goliath on right now. Right next to that marker. Taco.
Yep.
Look at you. Just
That'd
dragging
be
me
one of
on
the
out
hot-
like it
that'd be
doesn't
great.
even mean nothing. Just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep pulling this guy. Yeah.
Here we go.
Eh.
I can stream 2 on Twitch, actually. Good. Can't tell right though.
Right, we're in there.
Uh-oh.
84-pound young Nile perch.
I'm giving you the curse. I might need to leave.
You done gave me the curse of the young ones. Damn it.
I'm still happy. My first Nile was a trophy, so I'm happy.
Oh,
Don't really.
all right.
Any fish is a good fish. Any fish that pays for my fishing trip is
I
a good
heard
fish.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
You get, if you make enough to pay for the trip, you've already won.
Yep.
One
It's an
fish
expensive
fish
trip.
For that. Like, you get it. Here.
Yeah, you catch a good Nile perch. It'll pay for two trips out here.
That's
Ooh, fish on.
A decent sized Goliath, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, I got him.
Oh, he's in. I got him. He's done. It's a Nile. Wasn't fighting like one.
Fish
You get the curse
home,
for the young
baby.
ones. Kidding me?
That's right.
You cursed me with the.
If we got any Twitch viewers that are not followers, please hit that follow button for me. I'd appreciate it. Hang out with us while we're all catching a bunch of Nile perch, tigerfish, whatever. Whatever hits the line, we're catching it. Which way is
I'm
it
giving
going?
the whole lobby the curse.
Are you kidding me?
Did you done pulled
Why
out
would
the
you do
young
this
Nile
to me,
perch?
man?
Damn you.
Yep. I switched to fishing Nile perch, and here we go.
Can't believe you do that to me.
Went from trophies to youngs.
Yeah, right?
I got a curse, and I. Oof.
That's
I got
terrible.
it again. Waiting.
Is that 3 young Nile perches in a row? That's funny.
Squish, leave your taco.
I don't know what this one's gonna be. We're gonna find out. I don't know. He
Look,
ain't,
actually, a little bit more right.
definitely ain't fighting no Goliath though. That's for sure.
I thought the last one was a Goliath, but it was a Nile.
Come here.
Yeah, the good Nile perch seem to have a much more bouncy fight to them.
Yeah.
The
yeah, it
young
seems like
Nile
it.
perch seem to have a decent fight to a. Yeah,
Alright, I
there it
broke the
is.
curse. I
There it
broke the
is.
curse.
Thank God, Squish. Thank you.
If you're on Twitch, you could chime in on the chat too. Hang out with us, chit chat with us. Come here.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh,
these are gonna come with
147.45. I'm talking about.
That's not. That's a. I thought that would be a trophy.
Oh,
Dang.
another one going off. Yep.
Mile. I need to get higher level.
Fish on.
Squish, you're level 60. You're fine, are you?
No. No.
Had one
Not
taking
at all.
off on the bobber at the same time.
Dang, he pulled you all the way over there, and you're
Yeah.
still catching him.
He pulled me over here as soon as I landed him. The bobber took off.
Your fish are fishing for you.
That's right.
It's so late. It's so late here. Squish, it's 2 in the morning.
What do you mean? It's 3:15 p.m.
For Squish, it's 2 in the morning. Here it's 11 o'clock.
It's 1:15 in the morning.
Oh.
It's
It's
2:15 in the morning for me.
and I've
Trophy
gotta- I've
African
gotta be
tiger
back.
fish. What?
Ooh, that's a good tiger fish.
That's
We've got that. And I've got
$13,000.
football. I've got
Squish,
football.
you better get
8 in
off.
the
You get
morning.
some sleep before football.
It's
I gotta
about-
turn my boat around.
Like, you gotta wake up at 7, you said, right?
Yeah,
Well, and what time is it? Like 2 for you?
it's 1:15.
The fact that you gotta get off. Oh, that's a big
I
knot.
will in a bit.
I've been falling asleep till like
Well.
2 anyway. I have a sunburn. It's kind of hard to comfy.
All right.
I know you did not just say a sunburn is comfy.
But it's hard to get comfy with a sunburn. You're trying to sleep
Oh.
your back. Yeah, it'll turn into a tan here soon though.
It's either going to turn into a tan or it's going to peel and be pale white.
I usually tan, but like this year I barely took my t-shirt off, so I was really white. I legit spent 15 minutes in the sun.
Alright.
I was sunburned.
Waiting for the next one.
I think you might have broke the curse, Squish. I think I got a trophy on or something, or a big one at least.
As I should. I break every curse.
I'm down up to 200 feet. It might just spool me.
Fish on.
Gosh dang, Laser, you're like just the Chad, I guess. Fishing.
That's
He is
right.
the chat of fishing.
This is why I prefer fishing in real life. I can't fish to catch stuff in the game.
That was funny story. I was fishing last night with my kids. I took my kids fishing, and I threw my lure out. It was a Rapala
You bass
minnow.
fishing or what?
Yeah, I was bass fishing. Had a Rapala minnow lure. I threw it out, and as soon as it hit the water, my son's like, "Dad, can you help me?" So I was like, "Damn it!" So I set my pole down,
Oh no.
and then I turned around, and then I heard a huge splash. It was like, "Oh, whoa, boosh!" And I was like, "What the hell was that?" And I turned back around, and there went my pole, pew,
There goes
right
the
off the
rod.
dock. I was like, "Damn it!"
This fish still on? Yeah, he is.
And
He
then-
was running at me.
The best part about it was after my pole took off, like 10 minutes later, I reeled in my other pole, and it was hooked to that one with the fish still on it. I was
Gosh,
like,
dang
yes.
Why?
No, Squish, you. Don't worry, I'm about to break the curse. Hold on.
Better.
All right, I'm at
Fish had me up
727
230
pounds out of 925. This will be cash out number 4 when I max this one out.
How much money are you sitting at?
It'll put me over 500,000, I think. I'm at 428,000.
Guys, I'll break the curse for you. Taco, this is for you.
Oh, goodness.
We're right at the
I
peak
know.
time, too. That's what I'm talking about.
I think I got a pretty decent fish going on here.
Peak.
Yeah, I've been
fish
fighting
on.
for probably 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
Just keeps going down.
Oh, boy, he bent the hell out of that pole.
There's gotta be a 200-pounder or something.
Woo!
God, my
Like
keeping that holds.
I like it.
102.
Mine holds 925. My max is 1008 pounds.
I sold that fish.
Oh my
net
god,
and bought.
who's catching a Nile right now? Taco, that
I think
thing's
there's-
huge.
Yeah, I think there's 3 of us that are. Yeah, I got a good.
We're all
I got a
hooked
good
up.
fish on.
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
got
one-
probably the best fish of the day on right now.
Squish, you're back to the young, aren't you?
No, I'm still waiting for anything to bite.
Oh.
This one, I don't think this one's too big. He's not putting up much of a fight right now, so.
What's up, Taco? I'm coming back to you. Fish is pulling me wherever he wants to pull me. Dude, that thing's a monster. when they pull hard enough, your rod starts going crazy. Like, literally. Like, glitches out. Kinda cool.
I glitched out from so many bites earlier if my game froze in the middle of picking up the other rod.
Oh. I was playing the Everglades today just to get the level 31 so I could buy the minnows for cash. And I switched to my light rod so I can get extra XP on the bass. And as soon as I switch my light rod, the 3 fish I catch are all gone. It takes like 10 minutes to reel in.
I just put a tutorial on Facebook, YouTube on how to fish for the bass species in Everglades.
It's so easy.
Young
Anywhere there's
Nile
lily
perch.
pads. Come on, this better be a big one. I've fought this thing for way too long. It did not be a big one. I got him to 52 feet.
All right. Let's see if we can get
There it
another one.
is.
Hey, Taco.
Trophy. That's what I'm talking about. 233.5 pounds.
Well,
That's a good fish.
That's
Taco broke the
233
curse.
pounds of beauty.
Yes, it is. Finally. Finally,
Nobody
good
beats
Nile
Taco.
perch.
Hey, you got out of the young ones.
Yeah, it's taking me 6 hours to do it, but I finally did it, boys.
6 hours?
It's funny, you landed a trophy and I caught a young one. It done rubbed
Yeah,
off.
I'm gonna beat your
Damn
fish
it.
right here, hopefully.
Yeah, I had a problem this morning where I was only catching young Nile perch for like 3 hours. I couldn't catch any big ones for some reason, and so I switched over to the doing the river exploration mission, and caught everything but the purple that fucking
Labio.
fish. Excuse me. I can't say that word.
God.
Um,
Beat you,
We're very-
Taco. I got you.
nice fish, man.
Beat that swish. Beat that swish. Come on, let's go, man.
Okay.
Oh god.
You must not know who I am.
Oh god.
Like,
I know who you are.
you-
I know you can beat it, but
Yes, he
right now.
does.
Alright.
You're squish.
Okay, absolutely. I am squished now.
I know
Are you
you're
see?
forever.
Are you finding that you're catching bigger fish on the bottom or on the top?
Me?
Leisure.
I don't know. That's pretty even, actually.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, I've had this entire time. I've had a shiner sitting on the bottom, just because I was using the shiner earlier. I was like, you know what? Let's see what hits. It has not been touched.
Yeah, both of mine are rigged with large minnows. So
Yep. Yeah. That's what I'm catching my fish on right now on
Oh,
on
dang, that was a big
float.
fish. Personal record for me.
somebody's line taking off.
That'd be me.
That's Taco over there.
I'm moving towards the high point right now, the peak, so should start finding some more fish here soon.
Are y'all fishing day or night?
I'm at nighttime right now.
I'm dusk.
I'm at 9:44 p.m.
Granted, I did catch my. I've caught my. The only uni I've caught so far has been in the morning, early morning.
I would be able to keep a uni because my max is 308 pounds for one fish.
Yep. Still gets the experience for it though.
Yep, sure do.
The same with leisure here.
I got a feeling both of my poles are about to go off at the same time.
And there's just your
I
luck
can't
question
even
mark.
keep unis.
It is definitely my luck. Oh, there goes the bobber. Fish on. Yay!
Bro, where is this buoy that y'all are talking about?
I'm just sitting right by it.
I'll send it to you. Hang on.
Here's just right evidence. Perfect.
Yeah, I've got it's a marker out there that I've got. Hold on.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull this in and mark that last fish where I caught it from. So I have a marker too here.
Oh, he's dragging me
So-
back out. Damn it.
So that marker that I shared with you is your marker. So it's once you accept it, it becomes your
I know.
mark.
How do I accept this again?
Hang on,
You
I'm
go
gonna
to
send
your-
it to
you go
you.
to your
I never.
map. Once you send it, it'll be a big.
Yep, I
Unless you're on
sent it.
Discord, I'll show you. Fish.
Come on up here, big boy.
just click M.
Well, I haven't used the huge cut bait yet. Let's just see what that gives.
He's
me.
gonna experiment.
Yes, I am.
Click M.
Why not?
It'll be like over here.
Never know till you try.
That's the truth.
Ah, God, he keeps dragging me out.
Okay.
Then on it. Yeah, and on that marker, just throw it just to the right of that marker is where I've been catching my big fish. So.
Oh wow.
I'm casting right where I caught that big fish from.
Well, he done drug me out all the way to 140 feet, little bastard.
That ain't nothing. I got dragged to 230.
Earlier I had one. I think my pole has a max of like 318 on it at the time. He drugged me out to 311, and I turned him around. I was like, oh my God.
Got lucky.
I was like, ooh, he almost spooled me.
Yeah, been there, done that on a small trout.
Oh, this one
It
looks
was
decent.
Like a 3-pound trout. I was like level 5, and I went to that first trout place you unlock.
This one looks decent.
Fish on the flat spoon.
That's right. Oh no, not my other pole. Damn it.
Yeah, I got a bottom rod, a float, and I'm fishing with a spoon.
That fish is definitely getting away. There ain't no getting to that one. I almost had him up, but he took a dive and ran back out again. This one better be worth it.
So you can always, if the fish is close and you just can't seem to get him in for whatever reason, you can always set the rod down, hook the other fish, and then the other one, as long as it maintains tension, it gives you just a longer window to catch that other fish with.
I haven't been able to set a pole down on the boat.
Let me see. It's shift 1 and shift 2 will just automatically do it. So maybe not while you're fighting the fish, but when you get done, you can try swapping your rods around on that because it gives you a little bit more options. Now, just remember that once you hook that other fish, I'd go back to fighting the first fish.
All right.
It's just an option for you to put more fish in the boat.
Yeah. I'm always down for that. Now, they're just dragging me. Like, they're just like, hey, guy, they're just going to drag the shit out of you. How about that?
Your line is pretty close to dead. 65%.
Oh, there we go. Woo! Oh, it's got a load on this one. 216. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Good fish.
Nice.
That's level 44. And
I came here, I was level 28. I'm at level 34 now.
fish on. I can't even keep this one. I can't even keep this one. I ain't got no room. I got 1,025 pounds of fish. Gonna be a decent payday, boys.
What are the shops I can buy for reels?
That's right. That's right.
If you're fishing the Congo, there's not really much worth your time until you get over level 60 mark.
Well, he's buying. Oh god, yeah.
I have the reel.
Yeah.
I should have brought this reel. Fish. I was thinking the one that Leisure's using right now. I could have brought that.
That was a Camba catfish.
I didn't say not to bring up
Hell yeah.
when I was using.
109.36 pounds.
Man.
It's decent gamba.
All right, and that makes me cashing out again.
So yeah, you can just change the time to the next morning, and it'll only cost you $2,000.
Yep. Well,
Instead
I'm
of
about to end the
I've caught
stream
2
here,
fish.
so
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm
I capped
all
out
up
at
past what it costs to get here. So I'm gonna
cashed
leave.
out at $150,176 that time. Woo!
Pretty good.
Should I use 2 rods now? With like same as I set up in both.
I always fish one on the bottom, one on a bobber. I get just as much luck on both. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fish. I think I'm gonna fish. It's both the same. I don't know how to set it up with 2 rods though. My boat.
If you're using keyboard, shift 1 will put it in the left rod holder, shift 2 will put it in the right rod holder. Once you throw it out, just hit shift 1 and shift 2
And when you
accordingly.
grab a bite, you click shift 1 to get the rod.
Yep,
was
pick the rod.
right.
Yep, to pick the rod up to pick the left rod up, and shift 2 to pick up the right rod.
Also, watch out what rod you use. LMG if you're gonna do like bottom, or not like bobber, but like bottom, because you need a pretty decently strong rod.
Yep. You need at least 80-pound test.
Yep.
I'm using 83-pound now, or like for my bobber.
Yeah.
I don't want to use a bottom. I'll probably just use 2 bobbers. Why not?
Yeah, I'm using a casting rod with 70-pound line, and it makes it a little bit
So-
more difficult, but it's fun.
So the rod will just start bending when you get a fish on.
Yep.
Probably, yeah, okay.
Or put a bell
Either-
on it and you'll hear it.
Yep. Yeah. Have you ever
That's
used
true.
you ever used the tripods? Set a rod down on the bank for bank fishing.
Set a rod down. on,
No,
yeah.
I'm not.
It's
I
just-
usually
oh,
have the
it's-
alarm. I usually use the alarm ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one more level to go to get the triple rod stand with the bite alert on it.
Yep.
Those alert stands are amazing until you've got 4 or like multiple. They're like all beeping at once.
It's gonna be so much fun.
That's what I was doing earlier. That's why I was yanking everything.
What's only one more level? You still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I've been streaming for just shy of 4 hours, so I think I'm spent.
Poof.
But I'm gonna head out, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out, though.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Catch me on the next stream if you can, or the future
When's
ones.
your next?
I don't really have a schedule because I work 16 hours a day, so
Ooh.
when I get a chance, I stream. So,
There you go.
but later, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for this stream. I appreciate everybody's love and support for Leisure Gaming. I appreciate everybody from Fishing Planet that joined me on Discord, joined me on Twitch, became a follower on Twitch. I really appreciate it. Hanging out with you guys was great. And hopefully we'll see some more on the next stream that we do. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow before I go to work, so we're going to see how that happens. So hopefully we will see all of you and more on the next stream. This is Leisure Gaming. Out.